everyone, I'm Tori from Tori Banashi, a YouTube channel about things I like. And this is a podcast episode. Today we're going to talk about my Shojo Manga Recommendations. If you want to watch my fully edited with high production quality video, you can check out my recent video about my experience working in Japan. But this one is just me talking over my work for next video. So yeah, today I will talk about Shojo manga because as an anime fan, I was raised on shoujo. I became anime fan as a kid because I watched Sailor Moon and then Cardcaptor Sakura, and then my journey for reading manga went through a lot of Clamp's work. I will put on the screen the image of mangas I'm going to talk about, and let's start from the first one. Technically it's two mangas. I want to recommend two mangas in one section. It's Tokyo Babylon and X. Tokyo Babylon is actually my all-time favorite manga. It's something like if someone's asking me what's my favorite manga, I say Tokyo Babylon. And the reason is because I think it's one of the best written character arcs and human stories ever, and I enjoy stories like that. And basically the plot is there are twins, Hokuto-chan and Subaru Sumeragi. Subaru is an exorcist, and those twins hang out a lot with a guy named Seishiro Sakurazuka. He's vet, and he's like from clan of killers, but running joke like, oh, he's actually so cute and sweet, he couldn't be a killer. I mean, you know where it's going, right? He kinda could be, and like it's not like a huge spoiler. The story implies it from the beginning. Actually, I think if you liked TV show Hannibal with Mads Mikkelsen, you will like Tokyo Babylon, because when you were, at least like it's from my perspective, when I was watching season 1 of Hannibal, it was like, oh, I know who Hannibal is, you know? But the actor is so charming. He's still kind of scary, but he's so charming. And the same thing goes with Seishiro. You're reading like the first part of manga and you're like, I know this guy is not good. I know this guy is messy. I know we're all gonna face something horrible in the future, but I find him so charming. I cannot stop reading and enjoying it. And I cannot say that Seishiro is my favorite character. I think I love all three of them equally. Hokuto-chan, Subaru's sister, used to be my favorite character when I was starting reading this manga, but like right now, at this point of my life, I love all three of them. And each story, it's like case by case of Subaru's exorcism jobs, and all of these stories, they're so human. I already said it, and I'm not sure what do I mean by that. It's like you're actually reading stories about real life. And even though Tokyo Babylon is a 90s series, I still a lot of messaging. It still holds up till today. So I recommend to read it, and especially since I think they already finished it, a new edition, like release a new edition of this manga. And the story of characters of Tokyo Babylon is continued in manga called X. They are not main characters there anymore. X is a different story and absolutely different from everything, from the plot, characters, and even art style. Like, while it's still Clamp era, when they have white shoulders and all men are so big. I really miss this era, and I don't like when they try to make a remake of Clamp works and they make their men smaller. And so X plot is basically about upcoming end of the world. If we talk about, again, Seishiro Subaru, they end up in different teams, like Seishiro among those who wants to the world, the humanity to end, and Subaru tries to save the planet. And main character Kamui depends on his decision. The destiny of the Earth supposed to be decided. So this manga is so crazy. It's actually, I think this manga is the reason why I am the way today. I'm not naming it my favorite one because Tokyo Babylon, you can read it separately. Like, even if you don't read, basically you actually can read X and Tokyo Babylon separately, and these are two separate independent works. But X is more about, I don't know, action and aesthetics. The messaging, by the way, messaging of X is still holds until today, because like basically the guys who want to end the humanity, they want to protect the planet Earth. So they're like, oh, the Earth is crying because humans polluting the planet, so we need to end humans. And it doesn't matter which team you are root for. Like, I think when I was teenager, because I was reading this manga when I was at school, and it's actually maybe a hard memory for some of my classmates who didn't read manga and like anime in general. They wasn't into that, because X, it has a lot of gore. It has a lot of like actually slashed human flesh. And I, as a teenager, I was so into that. I don't say that I like gore in general, but when it's done in a cool way, and in X it's in a cool way, it's very aesthetical. Like there's a scene when a woman, well, technically there were at least two women that gave a birth to a sword. To a sword. It wasn't like giving a birth in sense, it looked like giving a baby delivery, but it was like they were taking the sword from their body, so they were torn apart in bunch of pieces and like flying. This is podcast going the wrong way. Anyway, and this is like basically that what I was doing right now. It's what I was doing to my classmates. I was telling them, guys, do you know? There is a manga, like it's Japanese thing, a Japanese comic, and there's like women giving birth to a sword. And they were like, okay, man, whatever. I mean, I'm lucky. I was never bullied for my preferences to manga when I was in high school. So I was lucky. My friends loved me, even I was a little bit. I was focused on women bodies given a birth to thoughts. So this is my first recommendation. Absolutely, please read Tokyo Babylon and X. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope maybe like for different reasons, because there are actually a lot of reasons to enjoy these amazing classical mangas. So my next shoujo manga recommendation is manga called Wild Adapter. And this one is depressing again. I mean, you kind of can see, like, by following this video or audio, I don't know, you can just listen to this video. You can follow my taste in like, not in only shoujo in general. Though, like, I love fluffy stuff, but Wild Adapter is not a fluffy stuff. I mean, again, it's not super dark, but it's dark in a way it stays with you forever. So basically, the story is following two characters, Kubota and Tokito. And Kubota is a guy who's living by himself. And one day he found an unconscious guy lying near his house, and the guy had like a beast hand. Like all his body was human, but his hand was like from wild animal. And basically in this story, there is a drug going around people, and if these people overdose on this drug, all their body got covered with fur and they started looking like beasts. So the guy Kubota decided to take Tokito at his house, and when Tokito woke up, he had amnesia and Tokito didn't remember anything about his life. So basically, story runs around two of these guys helping different people, and they got involved all the time in cases with the drug, and they kind of want to bring Tokito back his memory, but also they kind of don't want to do that because their relationship, like the main focus of the story, is Kubota's and Tokito's relationship. I think this manga has an OVA anime, and I didn't really like it, so I just recommend checking out the manga for the mystery, a very unique art style. It was made by Minikura Kazuya, and I love, like, it's something that always make me feel feels. And also this manga makes me think about people alike. I don't know, like, if Tokyo Babylon and X made me think about humanity and people in general, Kubota and Tokito, both of them make me feel about people I personally treasure and about people I like around me, and that we can be connected for such a great variety of reasons. And the same goes for Kubota and Tokito, because they kinda cure each other's loneliness. So it's something I definitely recommend you to check out if you like mysteries. It's actually, I was mentioning about Tokyo Babylon, like if you like Hannibal, you probably also will like Tokyo Babylon and Wild Adapter, because I think all of this dark feeling that the story brings you, but it's not drowning you too much. This is something I feel while reading Wild Adapter. And Wild Adapter is my second favorite manga. Like, Tokyo Babylon is my favorite manga, and the next one is Wild Adapter. So please give it a shot. I really want more people to read Wild Adapter. So I recommended you some old school series. It's time to read something that's actually ongoing on the moment, and I think you can also appreciate this shoujo. The manga is called Firefly Wedding, and it's drawn by Oreko Tachibana. And it's another quite bloody and messed up one. You can see the pattern, but come on, I like different kind of shoujo. I love a lot of them. So this one is about a girl in Meiji era, and she was kidnapped, and she was about to be killed, but suddenly her killer was like, oh, you're so cute, and she was like, oh, I'm rich, and I can help you to stop killing for money. I will marry you, and together we'll thrive. And he was like, yeah, sure, why not? So he murders all her potential killers, and he helps her. The plot is they're trying to escape and got her back home. And this story is such a mess in the best way, because at first, I like that since the beginning, you can see that the girl is playing a nice girl in front of her father or whatever, but actually she's a deal, She actually she has a bad health, but she can stand for herself, including that she was like, this guy is a freak, but I will make him bring me home. And it's such a great story. I mean, you have to, and the art is so amazing. The drawings are so amazing. And like the main killer guy, he's a yandere. And he's so entertaining because he's going from like super cute to psycho. And it's so funny that she almost doesn't react on his she doesn't react on his bullshit. Like, he can try to freak her out and she's like, I don't buy it, man, like go somewhere else. And please read it. I believe there is no anime announcement or anything, but I believe it's gonna be animated one day. If it's not, it's such a, I don't know, it's a mistake. Though like manga itself is already cool enough, but I think it could be such a cool action drama and like comedy too, because it's very funny, honestly. I like the series that has this balance between dark, funny, action scenes, and I think Firefly Wedding is one of the best balanced series in this regard. So please check it out. And my last shoujo manga recommendation for today's video is going to be manga called Tamon's B-Side by Yuki Shiwasu, and it's a romantic comedy. It's a romance. You can see by my voice, it is a romance. It is, first of all, it is a comedy. It is a comedy. Even just thinking about it, it makes me very, I can't stop laughing. I cannot say it is a dark comedy, because technically it's not. But main idol guy always like to talk how it's like he doesn't want to live anymore. And like, I mean, again, in a very funny way. So I mean, I don't think it's a dark manga, but I don't think it's like 100% lighthearted. Maybe it's not for everybody. But hey, this manga, it has anime announcement. I think it's going to be next year, or there is no date, but it was like announced that it's going to be anime. So the plot is basically, there is a main girlie. She's a fan of idol group, and she's especially a fan of their like center guy. She basically finds him a god, and she does part-time jobs when she cleans summer houses and all that stuff. And she had a new client, and basically she ended up being a worker for this idol she likes. But her idol, actually in real life, he's very anxious, self-conscious, he hates himself, he wears a hoodie and covers his head, he's crying so much, so his body grows mushrooms. Like, everything is so humid, so yeah, he always covered with mushrooms. And all this, oh my god, the jokes are so funny. And basically, like, besides she's discovering his dark sides, she also she met every other idol from this idol group, and all of them are a mess. All of them are so messed up. Well, I mean, again, the main Tamon, like the main idol, he is the messiest one, at least I think, for me. But like, I'm saying it's, you know, with affection, because he's so cute. He's so cute when he's crying and like mushrooms are growing from his body. He's my baby girl. I love him so much. And he's getting like, you know, this is usually when it's romance and a guy falling for a girl, it gets cuter, it gets bubblish. In this story, whenever when Tamon started feeling something to main girlie, he became more and more unhinged. So this is like, that's why I'm saying it's a little bit dark, I think. I don't know. But if you like comedy and you like just funny emotion of roller coasters, please check out Tamon's side B. This is the end of the podcast with my first 5 shoujo title recommendations. I plan to make one more with more slice of life stories, so leave me in a comment maybe your own recommendation, or do you plan to read anything I recommended? Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like. I'm already working on my next full Toribanashi episodes, and podcast episodes are out every Saturday. So see you in the next one!